Australian 18 boys coach Carly Banks, another tantalising fixture on offer.
Yeah, we're going to see some really, really good footy here. Both these teams have, been wholehearted through the whole tournament. You don't get to this position, in the competition if you haven't been consistent and you haven't been producing the goods. And both these teams are well coached. Leanne Bauer in the Australian youth system, who's works very hard with this Cobras side, and one of the real legends of our game, Gavin Shuker, over in the other sub-box. So expect some really, really good set pieces from both these coaches, and these players are going to put on a show for us here again, James. Let's hope it lives up to expectation like our last game with the 18 boys.
Here they come through Barnum. Shauna is a very, very good player, and she's provided a nice big long ball there, but she'll be one to watch. No result this time for the Central Queensland Bulls inside the first 30 seconds here for this quarter-final fixture between the Cobras and also the Bulls. Here are the Brisbane Cobras now up towards halfway and getting up over the top of it now. Touch comes in from Guthrie. Slumming things down here, the Cobras. Away it comes from Hammond. And Hammond now in at acting half. Last play for the Cobras. Oh, she's opened them up. Kate Hammond looking for support. Can she find anybody? Oh, the ball just falling short. I think it might have been Elias who was there on the spot. Coming a little bit later.
Yeah, she's got a good set of wheels, Kate Hammond, and she showed us just there like what she's been doing the entire tournament. So she's one player that the CQ Bulls have to get a gauge on early and not let get away from them.
It was Grant, in fact, that just didn't get there in time. Real tough one to take. She was at full stretch as it was. So Jenkins now receives it. Good pace about her work as well. Up over halfway. Nice driving run. Picks up plenty of meterage. The dummy comes in, but a good little touch coming in there from Ashlyn Grant. It's a change over here for the Brisbane Cobras. 90 seconds gone in this one. No score yet on the paint away scoreboard. Bit of a sloppy play the ball. Let go from the referees. Up over halfway they come now. Ella Peacock making the touch there. On her opposite, Caitlin Blade.
Yeah, and Caitlin Blade is one of the players that the Cobras will go to a lot. She's been really composed during this whole event, and she's a player capable of turning a game in the blink of an eye, so keep your eye on her, James.
So short ball provided here for Pia Murphy, one of the real speedsters in this Cobras lineup. As they strike here through Blade. Oh no, the touch coming just in time. It was a good one as well from the Central Queensland Bulls. Very close though for Blade. So back to the 7 metre mark they go, the Cobras. Still some plays up their sleeves. Turned back towards Murphy. Murphy, slow down. And now the last play to come. Oh, they've worked a little overlap here if they can promote the ball nice and quick. Oh, yes, they're claiming a touch. I wasn't 100% convinced. There's a little bit of a conversation between the two wingers here.
Yeah, no, she made that comfortably, and just a little bit casual in the way that she, that she threw her hand up there. But yeah, she made it. Yep.
Yeah, certainly fooled me with the casual nature of it.
Yeah.
So Vandermeer is one of the top try scorers so far for Bristol Paints, and we will be running through some of those try scorers at halftime so we can find out exactly how things are positioned on game day number 3. But on this occasion, it will be another try here in the form of Gian Fraser, who goes over for the first try of this quarter-final. The Central Queensland Bulls lead 1-0.
Yeah, Tylen Guthrie, clean pair of heels here. Picks up from half. The offside players there, little dummy, despairing dive missed. And, the Bulls, against the run of play, have put one on the board.
3.5 gone on the paint away scoreboard. 1-0 in favour of the Bulls. Very flat pass at the line. Touch comes in. Now there's an option here for Caitlin Blade. Blade will slow things down. Looking for that strike dump. Working around now and trying to find some sort of an opening here. Vandermeer couldn't find any passage though. Back to Blade, and Blade heads towards the centre of the field. The touch there on Billy Manns, and that will be the changeover. Nice defence from the Bulls. Yeah,
they handled that well. Gavin Shuker would have done his homework on the set plays that the Cobras run, and he was aware of that little Baldrick play, we call it, and did a really, really good job to make sure that they defended that nicely.
Jenkins in at acting half. Has support there in the form of Peacock, who now takes the run. Jenkins on the last with a good strike dump to work with, or well tracked across. However, they didn't get back on side in time. Holden was pinged.
Yeah, and this could be a critical penalty very early on. The Bulls with an opportunity to go 2-0 up here if they can play out their processes.
So played, and Jenkins flicks it up here now for Peacock. Peacock waiting in active half. Now Jenkins with the ball in two hands. Billy Manns came across and shut it down. 5 minutes gone on the Pain Away scoreboard. The Central Queensland Bulls looking to add to their advantage. 1-0 they lead. Jenkins across here now to Peacock. Peacock again picking up from acting half. Peacock fires over the top. Good touch coming in. Nice pressure, and that caused a spillage.
Yeah, fantastic line defence there from the Brisbane City Cobras. They handled that defensive scenario with aplomb. They did a really, really good job.
So they head towards their sub box now. Decent transition too. Hitting the ball at pace means that they can continue the flow on here. That's another lovely run here. Good driving set so far from the Cobras. And they've worked a little overlap too. Vandermeer has space on her outside. They try to fling it back towards the middle. And geez, that was a 50-50 call there, I'd have to say.
Yeah, the appeal was for the 6 to go, and fair argument there. But yeah, the referees have made their call, and we'll move on, James.
Well, it's Taylor Driver who got the touch on it. Fortunately for her side, it falls in favour of the Bulls.
Yeah, both these teams are looking to recycle the football at every opportunity, and it's a really, really good aspect that's now come into the women's game at this age. And yeah, fantastic to see the girls looking to throw the ball around.
Oh, Guthrie, what a ball over the top that was. Well, she's already set up one with a great turn of pace. She's done it once more here, putting the foot down, and then a beautiful pass looping over the top into the waiting hands of Welfare.
Yeah, she's a class act. She comes to the line, left to right long ball, and this little J line here, finish it off. There we go. The CQ Bulls are on fire, 2-0.
6.5 gone in the quarter-final. The Cobras with plenty of work to do. The Central Queensland Bulls have been very strong across all divisions for both the boys and girls and every age group for that matter, as Murphy comes darting upfield. Blade drops it off. And now they'll hold up on the run here for just a moment with Charlotte Greeny. And they promote the footy further wide still, but the touch came in from the link. So no opening as of yet for the Cobras. Yeah. 7 gone.
Yeah, and that touch had to be made. Caitlin Blade threatening the line.
Here is Blade again. Now offers it for Murphy. Blade on the last, out of dummy half. Oh, the touch came in. Very well watched there from Kirby Richardson. So change over here. The Bulls will start from the 7-metre mark. Guthrie still out there. She's been dynamic so far. Here she is with ball in hand. Blade comes in for the touch. Stepping off the left foot. They pick up a few more metres. Now towards the subs box. Vandermeer makes the touch for the Cobras side. Short little ball provided from Fraser. And now it's been left behind, so they just keep inviting a few opportunities here for the Cobras.
Yeah, they do. Inviting them back in, and, this game's got a lot of touch to be played in it, obviously, James, and the Cobras can compose themselves. They need just to get a couple of set completions and feel good about themselves, and they haven't for a little while. So, they just got to get down the other end and exert some scoreboard pressure on these guys by firstly getting their field position right.
Holden plays it here. And once more has a crack at them, popping a ball back on the inside. Lovely play from Holden, went to the line. Billy Manns was there in support, and the try is confirmed. Is it? No, they've ruled it back. Let's have a look at this again on the replay. I thought for all money they were going to point to the spot. Has she dropped it at the death, perhaps?
No, I think he said it was a forward pass.
Ooh. Well, we've got to back the referees. They're on the spot there. Unlucky, though, for the Cobras. They thought they might have troubled the scoreboard for the first time in this quarter-final. As back onto the pitch comes Barnum. Barnum finds a good ball, and then hitting the line at pace, but unable to find an opening was Richardson. So the Cobras now, with a chance to work it away from their own end. Boone drops it off. Holden comes forward. She thought she'd set up a try just a moment ago. Denied, though, from the officials. Heavy touch in there, but play on is the call. Murphy comes forward. Now they've got plenty of running metres behind them. Good pace about this set so far. Hammond drives forward. Another couple of plays here once more. Hammond holding it in two hands. Was it played at? Yes, this time they do rule in favour of the Cobras. Bit of confusion from the Bulls girls. They're saying it hit my shoulder. I didn't play it. 6 again is the call. Hammond with a full set for the Cobras. Flings it away. Now the touch comes in. was made on Atkins. Oh, once more they have a crack at the line. Touch has come in though.
Yeah, early in the touch count, nothing wrong with that. Just having a little dive at the line and just to keep the Central Queensland Bulls defence honest. So their punch play will come later in the touch count. So they'll just move it around and look to get their key players where they need to. A little sweeper play there.
Hammond does sweep around now, looks to link up with Vandermeer, one of the competition's top try scorers across all ages and all genders for that matter. She's been absolutely brilliant with her finishing abilities. Last play now for the Cobras. Hammond looks to link up with Vandermeer. There's another one for the tally. Charlotte's on fire.
Yeah, really, really nice use of the whole entire set there. They had a nice little process going on this sweeper. They come back, shutting on the short side there, and that is a touchdown, and the Cobras are back in business at 2-1. As I said, James, this game's got a long way to go, so Cobras wouldn't be too perturbed about the scoreline at the moment, even when they were 2-0 down. I was looking over at the Cobras box there, and Leanne Bauer and Dave Craze, they're nice and composed over there, and they'll be getting their players, and steeling them for what's going to be, a colossal battle over the next, half that we've got to play. So, yeah, no need to panic yet. This game's got a lot of touch left in it.
Certainly does. Still 9 minutes remaining on the Pain Away scoreboard in this first half. Of course, Pain Away is Australia's #1 joint and muscle spray and topical pain relief cream. Guthrie goes for the long pass, or there was an option there with Hills, but they jammed in nice and quick. However, no advantage there for the Bulls. They get another set to play with. And they roll it here on the 7-metre mark. Now slowing things down with Anna Welfare, one of the two Welfare girls in this lineup. She plays it on the 7. Guthrie once more looking to link up with Lacey Welfare for a second try, but it didn't find the mark.
Yeah, I think Coach Gavin Shuker would be a little bit disappointed with that use of the football. It was early in the touch count on the repeat set. He probably would have wanted a live play with her diving at the line and just being a little bit safer, the way that Cobras did at the other end of the field. So I'm sure Gavin will address that, and he'll make sure that the girls are a little bit more thoughtful with their use of repeat sets.
Murphy onto the
fly
pitch.
play.
Great, beautiful hands here. Nice quick passing. Vandermeer's got plenty of pace. She'll be tough to stop. Heading for the corner. Did they get the touch in time? Yes, they certainly did. That's one of the best try savers you'll see all through the tournament, and it comes in the form of Taylor Driver.
Yeah, Cobras run the nice little fly play. They're on their precision passing, and then this chase to the corner. She never gives up, and just despairing dive, and she makes it.
Made even more impressive by the fact it's on Charlotte Vandermeer, who is no slouch. She can certainly run.
She's certainly got a set of wheels on her. So, yeah, that was a fantastic play, and it just shows the desperation, when you're in these final situations. Whatever extra little efforts you can make, you do, and they pay dividends. So that's a fantastic defensive effort.
It's very much do or die, and the last run there was taken from Driver. Just to follow up on her good work as Jenkins passes from left to right. Up through the guts. Ball drop there in the attempted play, and the referees are on the spot, so change over to come with 7 minutes remaining in the first half on the Pain Away scoreboard. Holden supplies the roll ball. Now takes the touch herself. Off. It comes down to Billy Manns. Manns fires it away. Once more now with Greeny. Greeny to Holden. Here comes Murphy back onto the field. Good meters on offer as well. Working up nicely here. They've once more worked a bit of an overlap. Hammond off the right foot. She's caused a whole pile up there. It's like Sydney traffic. Hammond over the top. Oh, what a ball it was. Just couldn't be reeled in. It was there for the taking, but unfortunately Aaliyah Taylor just couldn't get her mitts on it.
Now, the last two sets of 6, the Brisbane City Cobras have made some pretty easy ground through this Central Queensland middle. They're going to the box, and they're being quite methodical in terms of getting down the other end of the field, and I think that the Bulls need to muscle up a little bit more in that midfield to be able to stop this juggernaut that is the Brisbane City Cobras.
The Cobras make the touch.
This set right here has to be better from the CQ Bulls, because the floodgates, I think, are about to open the way that the Cobras are moving the ball nicely and getting their box. It's touch 2, and they're already over halfway there.
Yeah, they've worked their way into this contest quite nicely. They might be down on the scoreboard, but definitely the field position battle is being won by the Brisbane side. The touch comes in here. Oh, great pickup as well from Caitlin Blade.
Here's
goes. Murphy. Last play now. Blade has them backpedaling. Oh, good ball. However, jammed in beautifully from the wing. There was a free woman further outside, but it was a beautiful defensive read.
Yeah, the CQ winger, hats off. That's about that's the second save that she's made in those types of situations, and she's really summing it up perfectly. And that's what you want from your wingers in these big games.
Oh, nice little dummy, and they managed to carve up just half an opportunity. It was Lacey Welfare who made the touch out wide there from the wing position. They've left this one behind. A turnover here for the Central Queensland Bulls. Once more, they invite the Cobras with a shot at their line. They'll start this set from about 40 away from the try line. So Taylor touches, and on we go. Blade drops it off. Taylor once more. Blade to Murphy. Back to Blade, who heads to the middle of the field, slowing things down. The touch comes in there from Guthrie. Blade on that 7 metre mark. Ooh, interesting pass there from Murphy. Looked to be forward. It certainly was. It was almost like a reverse flick of sorts. It was bizarre.
Yeah. They'd probably want to have that one back again, I would say.
Oof.
Yeah, she was trying, in her effort, she was trying to get a hand around to basically propel the ball backwards or give the referees the indication that it is going backwards. So that's what she was trying to do. We call it a hook pass.
Well, that's a very interesting play too. Jenkins, it was very much a case of just a reaction there. She was already heading over to the sideline, decided, well, if the ball's going to find me, I might as well catch it. I know I'm already out. But a changeover comes there, so miscommunication once more for the Bulls. And you have to ask the question, how much more can they offer in terms of field position and opportunities before the Cobras finally strike? Here is Holden, middle of the field. Mans, Holden keeps heading towards the line, but they're all back and waiting for her.
Yeah, definitely. It's been really gutsy defence from the CQ Bulls to this point, James. They've had to withstand an absolute barrage from the Brisbane City Cobras, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Here's the sweeper play with Emma Holden.
Holden wrapping around now, looking to find her wide woman, and I think she's left it behind once more, so unable to add to her tally. I think that might have been Vandermeer out wide.
Yeah, disappointing there because they'd done everything right there. Great sweep from Emma Holden, and they were in a position to score the touchdown. But look at this press defence from the Cobras. They're getting up. Their enthusiasm here is really the thing that's probably the major difference between the two sides right at this point in time.
Yeah, Billy Mans was rushing up, and then that one followed up by Taylor, but the entire side also putting on plenty of pressure for the Central Queensland Bulls. They still managed to work their way upfield. Guthrie now is caught. However, that is the last, and that pretty much signifies just how strong that defensive set was from the Cobras. Yeah,
definitely, and that's what it is even though the scoreboard says the Bulls are up 2-1, the momentum is definitely with the Cobras. So really important that, the Central Queensland Bulls steady themselves here and don't allow them to get back, into this contest right now.
But also important, though, that the Cobras actually get some points on the board. It's no good having all this field position and creating all the chances without having some sort of reward from it. The touch comes across there from Jenkins. In fact, not Jenkins, it's
that's a touchdown.
Scarpelli, who hasn't got there in time.
Yep. Really good comms there from the referee. He was explaining what he wanted in terms of the players getting back on side. And he said, you didn't make it. He's telling them, you never made the line. That's where it is. He's pointing to them both, and then he's pointing to the spot. And that's great refereeing because he's exactly right.
And she does get 1 foot behind the line, but you need the both.
Feet. Yep.
So it didn't work for her. Tanamu, however, picks up the try. And now we do have a level ball game on the Painaway scoreboard. 2 tries apiece. Jenkins is there in support. They go all the way back into the in-goal. Jenkins maintains the supporting option, takes the ball, and straight away the Central Queensland Bulls hit right back. 3 tries to 2 on the Painaway scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic reply from the CQ Bulls. Like, the Cobras' defence was 6s and 7s. They were all over the place there, and the spacings between the defence weren't what they needed to be. And, picks up, goes short side, and manages to find a player free, and we are 3-2 up for the Central Queensland Bulls.
Just over a minute remaining in the first half here. Hope you're enjoying all the action on KO Sports. And of course, tomorrow is well and truly finals day. Nothing but semi-final action and, of course, grand finals as the day progresses too. But this is a quarter-final here in the 18s girls division. The Brisbane Cobras having a crack at the line themselves, but they've just fallen short, not to mention there's a forward pass in the process as well.
Yeah, I think Leanne Bauer over in that Cobras coaching box would be a little bit disappointed because they've blown a couple of these touchdowns. And she was there for all money, and I'm sure that at half-time, she and David Craze will compose the girls and sort of just say to them, look, we're creating opportunities, but we actually need to finish.
Do you have to wonder how much they'll rue some of those missed opportunities so far? There's been at least 2 tries that have gone begging.
Yeah, I'm loving the heart that the CQ team are playing with. Like, even if athletically they might be getting outpointed a little bit by some of these players, they are just digging in and they're trying to comply with their game plan. And, it's a real battle of wills and 2 different styles going on out here. So we've actually set up a fantastic second half, James.
Yeah, so the siren sounds, and at half-time, it is the Central Queensland Bulls with a slender lead, 3 tries to 2. Let's see how this one pans out. 20 more minutes to play the final match of day 2 here, live from Sunshine Coast Stadium. All the second half action in about 5 minutes here on KO Sports.
Yeah, impressive for our sport to be able to see, that happening. So, yeah, fantastic job from all those players.
Emma Holden on the screen there. She had a big first half for the Brisbane Cobras. She needs to really put the foot down in the second, though, just to try and steer them home here. They do trail by 1 try on the Painaway scoreboard. They've certainly created their opportunities so far, the Brisbane Cobras, but they just haven't been able to finish a few of them. You just wonder how much will that missed opportunity from Aaliyah Taylor late in that first half come back to haunt them. But second half is underway here, 20 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes away potentially from a grand final if they can get through this match here. And then, of course, the semis for tomorrow. The touch comes in here. It's a good one as well that's been made there from Taylor Driver, who does have plenty of pace. She ran down Vandermeer in the first half. Blade, quick hands, Mans tries to promote the ball. And Shauna had stepped up, Shauna Barnum, but no touch there, ruled from the referee.
Yeah, very well handled defensively from the CQ Bulls, because Cobras were definitely trying to get that tap play for them to work and pay dividends. So fantastic work again from the CQ Bulls, who are digging in and doing all the little things right.
Up towards halfway they come now. Welfare at first receiver. She now gets the ball. And up she charges Guthrie. Guthrie is the danger woman. Oh, Guthrie with a big dummy. Then the turn of pace, but Holden just did enough. And very much living up to the name of her car maker. She showed plenty of wheels there.
Yeah, really good job from Emma Holden. Leading by example, making sure that she was resolute in defence when it mattered most. And, yeah, Cobras really needed her to make that touch. And here they come now with the ball in hand.
On halfway. Hills getting in the touch there as Imogen Boone also charged forward, and they'll get another set to play with here. The Cobras. Here is Boone once more. Touch comes on her. Boone at first receiver now. Fight off to Hammond, who had a very good first half herself. She created plenty of opportunities, and I've absolutely put the mocker on her. I'm so sorry, Kate Hammond. Yeah.
These little 1% errors are things that the Cobras have to really get out of their game, and they've got to start doing them now, James, because it's going to get costly the more that this game, draws on. I'm liking the way that CQ are just, committed to the game plan. They're doing all the little things that they're supposed to be doing, and they're trying to make sure of it. It's nothing flash, but I'm telling you, it's great tradesman-like work, and it gives you every opportunity to be there when all the chocolates are on the line, and they're playing, really, really good footy.
Here is Imogen Boone now. As they head up towards halfway, a couple of players ruled offside, so they keep marching forward. However, not all of them were, so back to the mark they go. Pretty much right on halfway. A bit of confusion as well from the Cobras girls, but finally they get back underway. Tanamu promotes the footy. Now Murphy with a scurrying run and picks up a few extra metres. Tanamu, back to Murphy. Strike dump here, but they don't really utilise it. There was an opportunity there and they didn't take it. Tonkin Jones drops it off now. Another good roll ball, though. Oh, great ball over the top. Pia Murphy hit a nice gap, but once more, I think that's the third try she saved. Lacey Welfare jammed in beautifully.
Yeah, fantastic winger. She gets great reads. Fantastic job again.
It's tracked across nicely the moment she spotted that run. Blade backpedaling. Can't make the touch, so a few more metres on offer here for the Bulls. Jenkins hops in to dummy half and then fires it away. Forward, she says. And the reply is, sure thing, I'll do exactly that. Here comes Shauna Barnum. Barnum with a clean set of heels on her. Did she escape the touch? I think she did. Shauna Barnum just way too quick.
Yeah, well, what a great turn of speed from Shauna Barnum. She went to the line. She put a little Little step on the out here. Little extra acceleration. Little show and go. Yep. Just beat the despairing dive, and yeah, they've kicked out to a 4-2 to a 4-2 lead.
It was a decent effort there from Tanamu, but just too much pace from Shauna Barnum. She's been a little bit quiet in this match. She's had a massive tournament, but now she's certainly offered her arrival into this one as the second half gets underway. Long ball here for Charlotte Vandermeer, who is on that Bristol Paints top try scorers list. You can add another one. That's at least 22 for Charlotte. She can't stop scoring.
And didn't the Brisbane City Cobras need that hit back then, James? Because, you know, it had a bit of a feel that the CQ were getting the ascendancy and really getting ahead and, yep, summed it up nicely in a nice right-to-left long ball. And, yeah, as she always does, Vandermeer does the rest, and she's added to that try scoring list again.
4-3 on the Pain Away scoreboard. Around about 4.5 minutes gone in this second half. It's going along very quickly once more. Short ball here to Hills. Hills caught in the centre of the pitch. Slowing things down here, the Central Queensland Bulls. Peacock back towards the middle.
Offside.
I don't think Holden had to play that there, really.
No, and she was offside, and it's interesting play there from Holden, because the strike dump was made inside the 7, so it would have been a situation that they could have easily arrested without too much of an issue, and that's just too much of a heavy touch, I believe, there.
Yeah, this could be a problem here.
Yeah.
I think she might be lucky if she doesn't get a forced substitution or even a bit of time out here. Caitlin Blade, she jammed in very hard and collected the entire body there of Taylor Driver.
Yeah, a little bit of concern for the young lady.
So here it is again on the replay, and yeah, up she stepped.
Yeah,
got the head and everything.
No, that's...
I think she's lucky to still be out there as she is. So we'll continue with the action here. 5.5 gone in the second stanza. Guthrie bobbing and weaving left and right. Now she receives it back once more. Good news is Driver seems to be okay.
Yeah, she's a tough girl. That won't bother her.
They've opened up just half an opportunity here, but good cover defence coming across from Blade, who makes the touch. Peacock back to the middle with Guthrie. Guthrie slowing things down. Now they'll look to launch an attack here on the last with the strike dump ball over the top. Floating forward anyway, but not able to be reeled in there from Lacey Welfare. So the Cobras march upfield now. Ooh, diving touch coming at the depth there, right on the ankle.
Yeah, that's just an error that the coaches in the Cobras box will not be happy with that. An over-the-mark penalty when they really needed to get a really solid exit set, get down the other end of the field. So they need to get their heads on, and they need to get themselves more composed here, the Brisbane City Cobras, or, this game is going to go away from them.
Of course, they do still trail. 4 tries to 3 on the Pain Away scoreboard. Hannah Jenkins at pace with a big dummy. She sliced them up, but the touch came just in time. Jenkins thought she was home and hosed. I think it was Hammond who made it. Yeah,
really, really good work from Kate Hammond. Came up with a big play where she needed to defensively.
Jenkins, now Shauna Barnum, once more threatening. Always looking to ask a few questions, especially close to the line. Here she is again, Barnum. Barnum, on this occasion, I've once more put the mocker on. I asked literally 0 questions on that final play. More than happy to turn it over, but not a bad play at all because it's far away from the subs area of the Cobras. They'll have to work hard. Hammond does a great job to get back to her feet and then into acting half. They keep working towards that sub box, and the transition is actually a pretty smooth one, all things considered. However, a good touch there means they'll have to work hard on this last play now. But they've done a great job. Caitlin Blade cuts them up. She goes into the backfield. Support coming. Vandermeer's got a hat trick. Oh, she keeps adding to her tally. And the Brisbane Cobras are back. 4 tries apiece on the Pain Away scoreboard.
Yeah, and they needed that. They needed to get down the other end. And Caitlin Blade slices through from acting half, as we've seen her do many, many times. Links up with the one and only in the corner. And, yeah, they're back to 4-all. And this game, James, it's going to continue to ebb and flow. And, it'll get down to, which team really wants to play out their sets and stick to their game plan and be as disciplined as they possibly can.
So 12 minutes remaining in this quarter-final. Sudden death here for both of these sides. Winner bows out. Should I say the loser bows out, and the winner is onto the semi. The touch is made here, though. from two of the Brisbane Cobras defenders. One of those was Billy Manns and the other in the 21 was Charlotte Greeny. Back to the 7-metre mark they go. It was Geiger who was denied. Geiger waits at acting half. Ooh, low pass there for Driver, who did well to pick it up and then drives toward the line herself. Once more the touch is made. That is a changeover, so the Cobras managed to survive, Carly Banks.
Yeah, and the referees have done an awesome job. They were in perfect position to make the calls on both of those. Those dives at the line, and they're at the top of their game too coming into final, so massive rap for the referees on those couple of calls, which were 50-50 propositions, but they got them right.
Hammond working through the middle now, finds the supporting run there of Dakota Wren. Oh, once more, geez, it opened up for them. In fact, it was Ashlyn Grant who had the ball pretty much put on a platter there. Let's have a look at the replay. So Hammond takes it to the line. I think she would have been caught anyway with the touch, but geez, risky moments there. Nervy moments for the Central Queensland Bulls. So they operate down a shorthand side here. Big touch coming in as well. I think that might be pulled up here from Tanamu.
Yeah, and the physicality in this game, I was a little bit concerned before with the touch that Caitlin Blade made, and it's continued to intensify, and it's something that the Cobras really need to be a little bit careful of. They need to be strong, but they also need to be smart in terms of not conceding those types of penalties in really good field position for the CQ Bulls, because they need no invitation to take advantage of that type of field position.
Forced substitution, so Tanamu leaves the field. But now they do have their full complement of defenders out there, so 6 on the pitch for the Cobras. Very condensed defensive line, though. There was an opportunity had they gone early there. The Central Queensland Bulls, there was probably about 20 metres of open space. So here come the Cobras working away from their own end. Boone decided against linking up with Hammond. Hops into acting half now. Links up with Ashlyn Grant. Grant up towards halfway. Slow process about this set, but now they get some fresh legs on and up they step in terms of the pace. Good run there from Atkins. The strike dump comes. Holden, however, has to pull up on a run, and that will see the changeover. Just the play before that, though, that's what we need to see more of.
Yeah, and I think over in the Cobras sub-box, if they recognise that they can actually get an extra pass away on the first or second touch, then they'll get that field position that they need and they'll give themselves an extra touch to be able to launch a better strike dump.
Great little interchange of passing. Means they can pick up an extra 5 or 10 metres. Jenkins now on the last. Picks it up and has a scoot herself. Turns it back here to Shauna Barnum. Barnum with the quick hands. Oh, if they could have got the tap on over the top, it was on for them. But Charlotte Vandermeer, great read and jammed in from the wing.
Yeah, definitely big play from Vandermeer. She made sure that she got herself in the right position to snuff out that attacking opportunity for the CQ Bulls.
So the subset starts rolling now. For the Brisbane Cobras, Murphy drops it off, and now Blade back out there, straightening things up with Billy Manns, up over halfway. Nice roll ball. Manns once more has a crack at them, and they're going to play.
Yep, and that was a really good decision. Yep, most definitely. Now, that was a slicker transition from the Cobras. They got where they needed to. They came through the middle, and yeah, they earned themselves a penalty.
So 8 minutes remain on the Pain Away scoreboard, 4 tries apiece. At the moment, we are headed for the drop-off as Tanamu is back out there after the forced sub. Kate Hammond fires the ball over the top. Welfare didn't have to make any play at it. It was a pretty misguided pass in the end, so the Bulls are let off the hook here. They can work it away from their own end now. Pressure coming up from Manzel on Barnum. Nearly forced the drop. Driver has a run herself.
Yeah, the Bulls need to get out of the half. They're not really working as hard as they need to. They've got to work really hard to try and get some field position here and try and finish it at least over here close to their own box because, yep, that's a little bit better. If you're not going to get the field position, at least finish it over on your sideline to make life a little bit difficult for the Cobras because they're transitioning a lot better at the moment.
As this match has worn on, they've certainly warmed into the contest, the Cobras. It was the Bulls in the first 5 or 6 minutes who were controlling things, but ever since then, pretty much, it has been the Cobras. And in this second half, they finally started to put some points on the board. Forward they march once more. Holden turns it back to Atkins, who always plays with a great deal of pace. In fact, that was Murphy. Murphy's back there in the middle for an option.
Yeah, she's an impressive player, Pia Murphy. She always bobs up, and she's such a good support player. Like, she's always willing to run, and she's willing to get strike dumps for other players. Everything's done at 100%. She's an impressive young player, Pia Murphy.
Both her and Atkins play at such a great pace. With every run, they're always looking to put their side on the front foot. Holden's caught here. Back to the 7 metre mark she comes. Vandermeer now to Holden. Holden grabs across field, slowing things down, and Murphy hops into acting half.
Yeah, and they've sent Caitlin Blade out, and very judicious decision there by the coaching staff of the Brisbane City Cobras. She's the right person to be out there, and I think they're going to award this one, and they do.
They're claiming a touch out wide from Welfare, but I think it's going to be overturned here, and you're right. Caitlin Blade has cut through them, and that is a try here for the Brisbane Cobras, who now take the lead for what I think is the first time in the match they've done so.
Yeah. Claim from the CQ Bulls that they made that touch.
Well, there's certainly an argument for it.
Yeah.
Lacey Welfare is out there along with the support of Geiger. I think either one of them may have done so, but Caitlin Blade will collect it nonetheless, and that does put them in the ascendancy with just under 6 minutes remaining on the Painaway scoreboard. Driver to Jenkins. Jenkins out of acting half. Jenkins into the backfield. There's an option wide for a Shawley. Oh, yes, beautiful link-up play. They're there on the spot. Did they get it to ground? Yes, the referee awards the try, and Kirby Richardson adds her name to the scorers list.
Yeah, really, really good decision from the on-field referee. He said that the player had dived, at the play before she actually had the ball. Yep, great decision. Play on Jenkins. She's been dynamic out of acting half. She shops around, and she finds and connects. And now, wow, we're back at it, mate. What a game.
5-all once more with exactly 5 minutes on the Painaway scoreboard. Tanamu waits at dummy half. Picks it up now for Imogen Boone. Boone just shy of that 7 metre mark. Mans sets it off here for Tanamu. Tanamu went there very quickly.
Offside.
And they're offside, so Tanamu secures another try for them. 6-5 on the Painaway scoreboard.
Now, this has been the same setup and the same set piece that has caused issues all tournament for other teams, and CQ just did not make the line. Their pre-touch has got to be better. Both the lead and the saving middle were nowhere where they needed to be, and the link needed to get a better pre-touch, and that's something that hopefully Coach Gavin Shuker will be down there addressing at the moment with his troops and trying to get a bit of a solution around that, because, it's caused them issues for this entire game.
Tanamu's second try of the quarterfinal. Cobras back in front on the Painaway scoreboard, 6-5. Shauna Barnum out there along with Guthrie. Those are the two key weapons, and they try and link up here, but the ball is a little bit behind Shauna Barnum, and there's not much she can do about it.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that strike dump on the 7, James. That would have given him a little bit more impetus there so that they could have made a dive at the line there. So, the pass went astray, but the dump was still well outside the 7, so they need to get it on that 7 if they're going to threaten them.
Aaliyah Taylor scoots and picks up another 5 or 6 metres, but eventually ruled back. Tanamu, who now has the double, goes for this little run here. Tonkin Jones into enemy territory. Now they drive forward through Tanamu. A couple of players called offside. Very smart play there from Tanamu. Yeah,
and we're getting down to the big minutes, and really important that the Brisbane City Cobras, they'll send Blade out again. I'm fairly certain to try and or Emma Holden, I would think, just to try to control this set, get themselves into decent field position. They're up by 1, they're in the ascendancy, so nothing silly early, just trying to look to see if they can get a touchdown.
Well, there is Holden popping it back on the inside, and there was no touch on Tanamu, which means she's got a hat-trick. LA Tanamu is celebrating now because inside the final 3 minutes, they have a 2-point buffer.
Yeah, big rap here to the Brisbane City Cobras coaching staff. In the last 2 touchdowns, they sent Caitlin Blade out at an opportune time. They sent Emma Holden when they needed the big play, and that's what we call championship coaching. That's fantastic work from Leanne Bauer and David Craze over in the Cobras box. But Gavin Shuker's a very smart operator, so don't count him out just yet. I'm sure he's got a couple of things up his sleeve ready to go as well.
Scarpelli out there now for them. Took the previous run. Now it sits with Peacock. Scarpelli hopping into acting half. Last play now. Not much work here for them to work with. Although has she managed to get through a couple of defenders? Yes. No, in fact, they're going to rule the penalty for offside. So there was a mix of bodies there. It was all quite confusing for both sides.
Yeah.
Comes here to Kirby Richardson, who recently got a try herself. They pretty much need to score here. There's just under 2 minutes remaining. The margin is 2. Back towards the middle. Scarpelli is caught. Good pressure up and in from Pia Murphy. The dummy comes once more from Scarpelli. Now Richardson. Scarpelli. Oh, the ball's left behind. The Cobras might have done enough here. I think the clock will beat them. 90 seconds remain on the Paint Away scoreboard.
Yeah. If I'm in the Cobras box, yeah, frustration penalty there from the Central Queensland Bulls. And, yep, the Cobras will be just looking to take this penalty, get the ball safely to their box, play out a purposeful set of 6, get down the other end and just leave the ball down there, preferably on their sideline.
Hammond drives forward. Murphy with the cutout ball. Blade takes it. Another penalty to come here, so that'll well and truly do it now. 55 seconds on the clock. The Cobras up by 2 on the Paint Away scoreboard into enemy territory. And they're going to run out of time, unfortunately, for the Central Queensland Bulls. That ball's left behind. They'll get one final chance to launch an attack, but they certainly won't get another use of possession. So the Cobras have secured their place in the semi-finals on day 4 tomorrow. All the action coming your way nice and early as well, as the Central Queensland Bulls have a litany of errors there, none of which seem to be picked up, though. I swear there was a forward pass along with the knock-on. This one is called, though. 20 seconds on the clock. And Carly Banks, it's just been end-to-end, but they've done it, the Cobras. They finally got it together in the second half.
Yep, they have. And, that'll please the Cobras coaching staff, knowing that they've managed to be able to, get their game together after a very shaky start. And, hats off to the Central Queensland Bulls for their efforts in terms of getting this far in the tournament. And, a very entertaining game to finish off day 3 of the tournament, James.
Absolutely, it has been a ripping day of action across the Sunshine Coast Stadium. So many fields in action, so many players in action. But tomorrow we well and truly dwindle down the numbers because it's semi-final time. All the action is set to begin from 9:50. The first match will be the 16 boys semi-final. That should be an absolute cracker. We know some of the teams that are going through to that. But for this particular match here, it is the Brisbane Cobras who live to see another day.